In this video, we're going to go over how to divide when there is a radical in the denominator. Best practice in math says we don't like radicals in our denominator, so we need to be able to get rid of it. Well, this is where conjugates come into play. So I always look for the conjugate of the denominator. And the conjugate here, the only thing you're going to change is it's the 5 minus 2 square root 3. It's going to become 5 plus 2 square root 3. So let me start by just rewriting the problem. I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. This is just like when you were learning how to find equivalent fractions in elementary school. And if you multiplied the numerator and the denominator by the same value, it's the same as multiplying by 1. So it didn't actually change what it's equal to. All right, I'm going to make these pluses. So now we can actually go ahead and do this multiplication. The great thing about multiplying conjugates is that you can use the difference of two squares pattern. You take the first term, here it's 5, and you square it. 5 squared is 25. You take the second term here, and you square it. So 2 squared is 4 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. And it's the difference of two squares, so you subtract. So 25 minus 4 times 3 here. This is the same thing as 25 minus 12, which actually equals 13. So my denominator now has gotten rid of that radical, and it's just 13. But now we need to go ahead and we need to look at the numerator. In this problem, the best option probably is to distribute. So we're going to multiply the square root of 3 times everything over here. So the square root of 3 times 5, well, when we multiply, remember it's insides with insides, outsides with outsides. One of them is in, one of them is out, so there's nothing I can do besides just write them together. 5 square root 3. And then I'm going to go to the next piece. So I carry the plus over. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. And I don't do anything with that 2 besides bring it along because, again, it's insides with insides, outsides with outsides. So the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 gets me the 3. And the 2 just comes along. I can take this answer and I can actually simplify it a little bit because I know that 2 times 3 is 6. I can't combine 5 square root 3 plus 6 because one has a radical, one does not. They are not like terms. And then I just bring that 13 over. And this here is what we're looking for when we want to simplify this division problem.